Welcome back to the Deep Dive. And today we're diving deep into numerology, specifically the number one.
Oh, very exciting.
Yeah.
Number one.
So we're not just talking about, winning first place.
Right.
We're talking about the energy of this number,
Exactly.
according to numerology.
Yeah, it's not just about, like you said, coming in first place. It's really about that energy of creation, of taking that first step, being a leader in your own life.
So like first to try something new, that kind of thing.
Absolutely. And what's so interesting is in numerology, this is reflected across 18 different parameters.
Wow, 18.
18. So each of these is like a unique lens through which we can view this energy of the number one.
Okay, so it's not just one thing.
Right.
It's like 18 different ways of looking at this energy.
Exactly, yeah. So we're talking about your life path number, your destiny number, your soul urge number. It even gets into things like lucky colors and days.
Wow, okay, so where do we even begin with
Yeah.
18 different parameters?
Well, I think a good place to start is with the foundation, which is your life path number.
Okay.
So if your life path number is a 1, it suggests this inherent drive to lead, to innovate, to forge your own path. You're not one to follow the crowd.
So yeah, trailblazer.
A total trailblazer, yes. Think of someone like Elon Musk.
Right.
Love him or hate him, the man is not afraid to kind of go his own way,
So
right?
he definitely embodies that independent, trailblazing spirit.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But it's not all about launching rockets, right?
Right.
How does this Life Path 1 energy actually manifest in everyday life?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's that inner drive to initiate.
Okay.
You might be the first to volunteer for a new project at work, or maybe you're the friend that's always starting new hobbies.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's about taking charge
Yeah.
and really shaping your world, not just letting it happen to you.
I resonate with that, actually.
Yeah.
I definitely see some of those tendencies in myself.
Awesome.
So speaking of shaping your world,
Yes.
how does the destiny number fit into all of this?
Ah, yes. So the destiny number, which is sometimes called the expression number, you can think of it like the script to your life path stage.
Okay.
So if your destiny number is a 1, your purpose is really tied to taking initiative, bringing new ideas to life, inspiring others to follow. It's about action, about making things happen.
So it's like if the life path 1 is that natural born leader, the destiny number 1 is about actually stepping into those leadership roles and making an impact.
Precisely. It's about utilizing those innate leadership qualities to actually make a tangible impact on the world around them.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah,
So this is already making me think about my own goals and aspirations.
that's great.
But we've got this drive to lead, to create, to take charge.
Right.
What about our inner desires?
Yeah, what about those?
Where does the soul urge number come in?
The soul urge, or sometimes called the heart's desire, this number is all about what truly motivates you, what you deeply desire. So a soul urge number 1 reveals a yearning for recognition. You might find immense satisfaction in being acknowledged for your unique contributions, your individuality.
So it's not just about, like, ego.
No, not at all.
It's about feeling validated for being your authentic self.
Exactly. Imagine feeling deeply unfulfilled despite outward success.
Right.
That might be your soul urge number 1, yearning to be recognized in alignment with your true self.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a powerful one.
So we've talked about the life path, destiny, and soul urge.
We have.
And it's kind of painting this picture of someone who is driven, independent, wants to make a mark on the world.
Yeah.
What else can we learn about this number 1 energy?
Well, there are some other fascinating parameters like the personality and birthday numbers, but maybe for now let's touch on something a little more fun. Lucky attributes.
Oh, I like lucky attributes.
Who doesn't love a bit of luck, right?
Exactly.
So for our number 1 folks, think bold and vibrant. Their lucky colors are red, gold, and yellow. They kind of radiate that same energy we've been talking about.
They do.
So Sunday, ruled by the powerful sun, is considered their lucky day. And January, March, and October are their power months.
Oh, that's interesting. So if I'm like a little hesitant about a new project or something, maybe I should schedule that big presentation for a Sunday in March
Maybe.
wearing my red power suit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Harnessing those little boosts of energy can't hurt.
Yeah.
Remember, even the most driven individuals need support.
Right.
It's about using every tool at your disposal, and understanding your numerology can be incredibly insightful.
Absolutely.
Speaking of tools,
Yes.
have you heard of Lacuna Astro?
I have heard of Lacuna Astro.
Okay, awesome.
But tell us more. How can it help us navigate all of this?
Yeah, so Lacuna Astro is amazing because it takes all 18 parameters, not just the few that we've talked about, and it presents them in a way that is easy to understand and apply. It's like your personal numerology guide.
Oh, okay, so it's not just a calculator.
Not just a calculator, no. It really helps you to kind of connect the dots, to see the bigger picture, and ultimately to use your numerology to unlock your full potential. So imagine being able to use your personalized insights to make better decisions, navigate challenges, and truly live in alignment with your authentic self.
Okay, I see.
Yeah,
That sounds incredibly helpful.
it's great.
Just especially for like someone like me who thrives on understanding the why behind things.
Definitely.
So Lacuna Astro is definitely on my list to check out.
Awesome. It's definitely a game changer for anyone that wants to kind of delve deeper into their numerology. But for now, let's get back to some of these fascinating number one traits
Okay.
because there's so much more to uncover.
Right, sounds good.
Yeah. Welcome back. I'm eager to kind of dive into some more nuanced aspects of this number one energy.
Okay, more nuances.
Yeah. And remember, this deep dive is all about providing you with those actionable insights.
I like that.
Right. So we've established that number ones are driven, they're independent. What else can numerology tell us about how this energy plays out in their lives?
Okay, of all years.
So let's talk about the personal year number. Now, this one changes annually based on your birth date and the current year.
Okay.
You can think of it like a yearly theme for your personal growth.
Oh, okay.
And if you find yourself in a personal year of one,
Okay.
get ready for a year of new beginnings.
Oh, so it's a time to embrace that. Number one, go-getter energy and make bold moves.
Absolutely. It's a year for planting seeds, taking risks, stepping outside your comfort zone.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, so that project you've been putting off, this is the year to dive in.
Okay.
That new skill you've always wanted to learn. Go for it.
It's like a numerological green light
It is.
to pursue those long-held dreams.
Exactly.
Now, what about the pinnacle number? How does that factor into things?
Ah, yes. So the pinnacle number highlights significant periods in your life, often spanning several years.
Oh, okay.
So these are like chapters where specific themes come to the forefront. And when a pinnacle is influenced by that number one energy, it often suggests a time of, coming into your own, achieving milestones, maybe even stepping into leadership roles.
So it's those times in your life where everything seems to align.
Mm-hmm.
You're like
Yeah,
hitting your stride.
exactly. Think back on your life.
Okay.
Have there been periods where you felt particularly driven, ambitious, or successful? Those might have been pinnacle periods influenced by number one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So much to reflect on. Now, we've talked a lot about the strengths of potential,
We have.
but we all know no journey is without its bumps.
Right.
So what are some of the challenges that might arise for someone with a strong number one influence?
Well, one of the biggest hurdles for number ones is actually their own high expectations.
Really?
Yeah. They can be incredibly self-critical,
Oh, I see.
striving for perfection.
Yeah.
And sometimes they fall into the trap of never feeling good enough.
Oh, I can see that.
Oh.
Like that inner critic can be really tough.
It can be really tough, especially for people who are naturally ambitious.
Yeah. It's like they're always pushing themselves to achieve more, do more, be more.
Absolutely. And this drive for independence, while it's absolutely a strength,
Right.
it can become a weakness if they're not careful.
Okay.
So number ones might struggle to ask for help or delegate tasks because they feel this need to do everything themselves.
It's that if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself mentality.
Exactly.
So even the most capable leaders need a strong team to really thrive.
Absolutely, 100%. So it's all about finding that balance
Okay.
between, leading the charge and recognizing the value of collaboration.
So how can someone with this strong number one energy navigate those potential pitfalls and really make the most of their inherent strengths?
I think self-awareness is key.
Okay.
Recognize those tendencies towards self-criticism and make a conscious effort to celebrate your accomplishments no matter how big or small.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah. And remember, asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of strength.
It's about learning to trust and rely on others,
Exactly.
which can be really hard for people who are so used to doing everything themselves.
It can be. It can be.
It reminds me of something you mentioned earlier, Lacuna Astro.
Yes.
Could that tool also help with recognizing and navigating these potential challenges?
Absolutely. One of the things I love about Lacuna Astro is it provides those personalized insights.
Right.
based on your entire numerology chart, not just a single number.
Okay.
So it helps you to understand not only your strengths,
Okay.
but also your potential weaknesses and how to work with them.
So it's like having a numerology coach in your pocket,
It's like having a numerology coach in your pocket. I love that analogy.
helping you to leverage your strengths and navigate those trickier aspects of your personality.
Exactly. It helps you to see the bigger picture, to understand the interplay between all these different numerological influences, and ultimately make choices that are truly aligned with your authentic self.
I'm definitely seeing the value in that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about the life path, the destiny, and the soul urge numbers.
We have.
We've also talked about the personal year and the pinnacle numbers.
Right.
So what other parameters might offer insights into someone with a strong number one influence?
So let's dive into the karmic number.
Okay.
This one's fascinating because it points to lessons we need to learn from past experiences.
Okay.
For number ones, this often revolves around finding that balance between confidence and humility.
So owning their strengths and their leadership qualities
Mm.
without becoming arrogant or dismissive of others?
Precisely. It's about using their power and their influence for good, for lifting others up rather than putting them down.
Okay.
Remember, true leadership is about inspiring, empowering, not dictating and controlling.
Powerful lesson. Now, what about the maturity number? How does that tie into the number one energy?
Yeah, so the maturity number offers a glimpse into how someone might evolve later in life.
Okay.
For number ones, it often suggests this desire to leave a lasting legacy, to achieve their personal goals, and to share their wisdom and experience with others.
So those leadership qualities we've been discussing really come full circle,
They do.
but with a greater sense of wisdom and purpose.
Exactly. It's about using their unique talents and experiences to make a positive impact on the world.
So think someone like Nelson Mandela.
Absolutely a perfect example.
He really embodied that number one energy throughout his life,
He did. He did.
fighting for what he believed in,
Yes.
leading with courage and conviction,
Powerful.
and ultimately leaving behind this legacy of hope and inspiration.
It's beautiful.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here,
We have.
and it's amazing how each of these parameters really adds another layer to our understanding of the number one energy.
It does.
And it's clear that there's still more to explore.
There is, yeah.
So what other numerological gems await us?
Well, there are parameters like the birthday number, the name number, and even the hidden passion number that offer further insights into how this number one energy expresses itself. But for now, let's take a moment to let all of this information sink in.
Okay.
And we'll be back shortly to kind of wrap things up and leave you with some food for thought.
Welcome back to the deep dive and the final part of our exploration of the number one.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey.
It has been.
Right, from like that foundation of the life path, destiny numbers, all the way to karmic lessons and those like pinnacle periods.
You know what really strikes me is it's not just about being quote unquote number one in like a competitive sense.
It's so much more than that.
It is.
Yeah.
It's more about that inner drive, that that spark,
That creative spark
that creative spark, yeah.
to contribute to the world.
The desire to make your unique contribution. So it's about owning your individuality, taking initiative, and really like stepping into your power.
It is,
Yeah, it's-
and recognizing that
Yeah.
this energy can manifest in so many different ways, right?
Yeah.
We've talked about leadership, innovation, creativity. It's really about finding how that number one energy expresses itself uniquely in you.
Which brings us back to something we've touched on throughout this deep dive, Lacuna Astro.
Ah,
So for anyone listening who's feeling inspired
right.
to explore their own numerology,
Yeah.
this is an invaluable tool.
Lacuna Astro, it really is.
It is. We've talked about how it takes all 18 parameters
Yeah.
and presents them in a way that's easy to understand.
Absolutely.
But what I find really compelling is that personalized aspect.
Yes.
It's not just giving you the numbers.
No,
It's helping you connect the dots, see the bigger picture.
absolutely. And understand how those aspects work together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like having a personal numerology guide
In your pocket.
in your pocket,
I love
right?
Yeah.
Giving you those insights tailored to you.
And that's where the real power lies, right? It's not just about knowing the numbers. It's about how to use them to make better decisions, navigate challenges, and, really create a life that aligns with your authentic self.
So if you're ready to kind of dive deeper,
Yeah, take that
take
plunge.
that plunge into your own numerology, discover the power of this number one energy,
Yeah.
I highly recommend you give Lacuna Astro a try.
It is a game changer.
It is. And as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with this final thought.
Okay.
How can embracing your number one energy empower you to to create the life you've always dreamed of?
Such a good question.
What bold steps can you take today to step into your power, make your mark on the world?
The power to create your destiny is within you. Embrace that individuality, trust your intuition, and never stop exploring this amazing world of numerology.
Until next time, keep seeking knowledge and keep diving deep.